The psychological traps women use without knowing it. Have you ever noticed that sometimes a woman does something small, simple, even innocent, and suddenly the man reacts in a big way? It feels like she used some kind of psychological trick. But the truth is, many women use these psychological traps without even realizing it. These behaviors are not planned, not evil, not intentional. They simply come from emotions, instincts, and natural human psychology. Today, we're breaking down the most common traps women fall into, why they happen, and how they affect relationships. So sit tight, because once you understand these patterns, you will start seeing them everywhere. Let's begin. The first trap is the silent expectation trap. Many women expect men to just know what they're thinking. In their mind, love means understanding feelings without needing to ask. So when they feel upset, they become quiet and wait. They don't say the problem directly. They don't express what hurt them. They expect the man to figure it out himself. But most men don't work that way. Men need direct communication. When a woman goes silent, men often become confused, frustrated, or even defensive. She thinks he doesn't care. He thinks she's angry for no reason. And suddenly, a small issue turns into a big misunderstanding, all because of expectations that were never spoken out loud. The second trap is the overthinking trap. Women naturally analyze everything more deeply. They read tone, behavior, body language, even small pauses in conversation. When a man replies slowly, she wonders, is he losing interest? When he forgets something simple, she thinks, am I not important to him? This doesn't mean she's wrong. It means she feels deeply. But this overthinking can create stories in our mind that don't match reality. A man might simply be tired or distracted, but in her mind, it becomes a sign. This trap creates emotional stress for her and unnecessary distance for him. The third trap is the testing trap. Many women test men without realizing it. They test loyalty, patience, love, and attention. Sometimes through small things, like arriving late, not replying quickly, asking questions like, would you still choose me? Or, what if I stop talking to you? These tests come from insecurity, not manipulation. She wants reassurance. She wants to feel safe. But many men don't understand these tests. They feel attacked or controlled. This creates arguments that start from confusion, not intention. The fourth trap is the comparison trap. Women often compare themselves and their relationships with others. It might be her friend's relationship, a social media couple, or even a fictional character. When she sees another woman receiving more attention, more romantic gestures, or more effort, she wonders why she doesn't get the same. Without knowing, she starts expecting perfection. She wants gestures that look like movies or Instagram posts. But real relationships don't work like highlight reels. This comparison makes her feel unhappy, even when the relationship is good. And the man feels like nothing he does is ever enough. The fifth trap is the emotional memory trap. Women never forget emotional moments, both good and bad. Something a man said 5 months ago, she still remembers. A tone he used 1 year ago, she still feels it. This isn't a trick, it's how emotional memory works. Women store emotional experiences deep in their minds. But this trap creates problems when old memories appear during new arguments. A man might think the past is gone, but for her, unresolved feelings still exist. This leads to fights where she says, you always do this. And he says, why are you bringing old things back? Both feel unheard. The sixth trap is the sacrifice trap. Women often give too much, time, energy, emotion, without speaking their limits. They put others first. They care deeply. They help, support, and stay loyal. But when they don't receive the same energy back, they feel drained, unappreciated, and heartbroken. She doesn't realize she is walking into a trap created by her own kindness. She sacrifices silently, but pain grows loudly. Men don't always notice her efforts because she never communicates them. This becomes a slow emotional burn. The seventh trap is the fine trap. When a woman says, "I'm fine," she almost never means she's fine. She's upset, hurt, tired, disappointed, or overwhelmed. But she avoids explaining it, expecting the man to care enough to ask deeper questions. Men often take words literally. When she says, "I'm fine," they think the problem is solved. But her silence is actually a cry for emotional safety. This trap creates emotional distance, where clarity could have created connection. The eighth trap is the attachment trap. Women bond emotionally faster, deeper, and more intensely. Even small acts of care can create a strong connection in her mind. She begins imagining a future. She becomes emotionally loyal long before she speaks it. But if the man isn't on the same page, she ends up hurt. This trap is not her fault. It is emotional wiring. But it makes her vulnerable to disappointment, especially in modern relationships where communication is weak. And the ninth trap is the hero expectation trap. Many women secretly hope the man will fix everything, protect everything, and take charge emotionally. They want a strong man, but also a soft man, a perfect balance that doesn't exist. When the man fails to be a hero, she feels disappointed. When he tries too hard, she feels controlled. This psychological expectation creates confusion for both sides. And finally, the 10th trap is the emotional wave trap. Women's emotions move in waves, sometimes calm, sometimes intense. They feel everything strongly. When emotions rise, logic fades. When the wave passes, they return to normal. But during the emotional wave, they may say things they don't mean, push away people they love, or react too strongly. They don't do it on purpose. It's a natural emotional cycle. But men often take these reactions personally, creating more conflict. Understanding these traps doesn't mean blaming women. These patterns come from instinct, emotion, and human psychology. Once we understand them, relationships become healthier, communication becomes easier, and emotions become clearer. If you found this helpful, then like this video, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon so you never miss our daily videos like this.